My brother-in-law tried to steal my family bakery by filing fake documents with the city, so I destroyed his entire scheme and sent him to federal prison. I run a bakery that's been in my family for 3 generations. My grandmother started it in 1963. My mom expanded it, and now it's mine. I've worked there since I was 14. Know every recipe by heart. Built the website. Hired the staff. This place is my entire life. Enter my brother-in-law, Derek. He's married to my younger sister, Rachel. Derek is one of those guys who thinks he's a business genius despite being fired from more jobs than I can count. MLMS. Crypto schemes. Even tried being a life coach for exactly 1 month. He talks big, but delivers nothing, and Rachel has been paying their bills for years. Last year, I made the mistake of letting Derek help at the bakery part-time doing deliveries and stocking supplies. Within 2 weeks, he was calling himself operations manager and made business cards with my logo without permission. He started suggesting we replace my best-selling items with keto nonsense and use AI for social media. When I declined, he pouted like a toddler. Then he escalated. Started having private conversations with my vendors behind my back. My flour supplier texted him about deliveries instead of me. When I confronted him, he claimed he was streamlining communication. I told him clearly he wasn't management and needed to stay in his lane or leave. He acted like I was the villain for setting boundaries. Meanwhile, Derek kept sucking up to my mom, bringing her coffee and praising her legacy while making subtle comments about taking weight off my shoulders. Classic manipulation tactics. Then I discovered through my head baker that Derek had been secretly meeting with a local investor, pitching my bakery as his business and claiming I was burnt out and ready to step down. When I confronted him about trying to sell my business, he didn't even deny it. He smirked and said he was thinking about the future, that I should thank him. I fired him immediately, banned him from the shop, and told Rachel everything. But Derek ran to my mom claiming I was being irrational and struggling, and she actually asked if maybe I was being too harsh. I called the investor myself and showed him every document proving my ownership. He backed off immediately and said he had no idea Derek wasn't a co-owner. I gathered my employees and told them the truth about what Derek had tried to do, making it clear he no longer represented the business in any way. Derek was unemployed again within weeks. The investor blacklisted him after word spread about his scheme. I thought it was over until last week when I got a letter from the city. Someone had filed paperwork to change my bakery's name to Derek's Sweets and Cafe, claiming he was the rightful owner and I had stolen the business through fraud. I rushed to my lawyer with every document proving my ownership. We discovered Derek had submitted forged papers showing himself as co-owner since the beginning. Plus, he'd manipulated my elderly mom into signing documents she thought were routine tax paperwork. The case went beyond civil disputes into criminal fraud territory. We filed emergency injunctions to freeze the city's processing, while criminal complaints went to the DA's office. During this chaos, Derek started a harassment campaign. Fake negative reviews appeared on Yelp. Customers began acting strange after hearing twisted versions of events online, and my business started bleeding money. Then Derek changed the locks on my bakery one night, posting a new management sign. I called police at 4 a.m. when my keys wouldn't work, and they made him restore access while he sat across the street in his car watching with that same smirk. That's when I got a restraining order. The harassment escalated to threatening texts with photos of my apartment and car taken from outside the 500-foot restraining order boundary. Police traced the metadata back to Derek's phone model and started building a comprehensive criminal case. He spray-painted thief across my storefront windows and vandalized my grandmother's grave with red paint. My sister Rachel finally saw Derek's true nature when he backhanded her for questioning his schemes. She left him and gave me a flash drive containing photos of his notebooks with detailed plans for stealing my business, forged documents, and recordings of him bragging about his manipulation tactics. The FBI got involved when they connected Derek to similar schemes in 3 other states. Same exact pattern of targeting family businesses, gaining trust, then attempting hostile takeovers. This was his actual career, not just a one-time thing. At the federal courthouse, Derek was charged with wire fraud, identity theft, conspiracy, and witness intimidation. The trial revealed recordings of him laughing about targeting stupid family operations and calling them easy marks. Multiple victims from other states testified about identical schemes. The jury found him guilty on all counts. The judge sentenced Derek to 8 years in federal prison plus 5 years probation, ordering him to pay $400,000 to all his victims combined. During sentencing, we learned he'd been running cons since high school and had restraining orders from multiple ex-girlfriends he'd financially abused. Rachel and I are slowly rebuilding our relationship while she attends therapy and takes business classes. My mom signed up for dinners at the bakery to reconnect as a family. The Portland Chamber of Commerce gave us their Small Business Resilience Award, and I made sure to dedicate it to 3 generations of women who refused to let anyone steal what we built. The bakery is thriving again with a new sign reading, "Family owned since 1963, family protected forever." Sometimes the people who should love you most are the ones you need to protect yourself from the most.